Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator news and updates, and quite a bit to talk about in this particular episode, including, as you guys can see, some very awesome VFR news. Stick around. One app designed to do it all. Hangar Control brings everything together. Control bindings, hardware configuration, mod and profile management, application launching, add-ons, config files, and more, all managed from a single application. Mods Hangar goes beyond just mods and add-ons. It manages profiles, config files, text files, backups, snapshots, and helps keep your community folders clean and organized. Application Hangar launches your entire sim stack with a single click. Your Stream Decks are fully controlled through the Hangar Control plugin, while all of your other Stream Deck plugins remain active and available. Built by a simmer for simmers, Hangar Control adds new features and hardware support every week based on community feedback. It's a one-time purchase with lifetime updates, no subscriptions. You can try it for free for 5 days with no restrictions at overkillsimulations.com. Just create an account, head to your account page, download the latest version, and get started. And if you're looking for in-depth Microsoft Flight Simulator aircraft tutorials, check out my Patreon site. Links to Hangar Control and Patreon are down in the description below. All right, folks, so starting out with the biggest hit of the week, Beyond ATC has rolled out stage 1 of its long-awaited VFR update, and this is now available via the experimental branch. You must be on the experimental branch in order to do so. If you are on the experimental branch or have access to it, you can enable experimental by going into the settings view and making sure you select the experimental version. The initial release focuses on introducing the core systems required to support VFR flying. Simmers can now operate as VFR traffic, conducting circuit or pattern work at towered airports, while IFR traffic continues to be actively managed around them. The update also enables users to enter and leave controlled airspace, although this is currently limited to towered airport environments. A key part of this update is the introduction of region-specific phraseology with dedicated systems for the UK and US, including Canada and Australia. These regional differences extend to procedures and in-sim prompts, offering a more authentic experience depending on where you are flying. Stage 1 also introduces a fully featured circuit system. Pilots can perform touch and goes, low approaches, full stop landings, and stop and go operations, alongside dynamic circuit direction logic that adapts to terrain and runway conflicts. Additional features include intersection departures, taxi back options, and improved handling of arrivals and rejoins into controlled airspace with multiple join types supported. Beyond ATC has also implemented early traffic deconfliction within circuit environment. ATC can now issue instructions such as extending downwind or requesting orbits to sequence aircraft alongside providing basic traffic information. However, the system is still in development and will be expanded in future updates. I can tell you guys right now, we will be doing a video on this week, but I've already played around with it a little bit and they are doing an amazing job. I am so excited for Beyond ATC and Beyond ATC users. They are really banging this out into something phenomenal, and I think it's going to be a great resource and phenomenal tool as someone who is getting ready to start his PPL road. So to Beyond ATC, congratulations for this incredible milestone, and I can't wait to see what comes of it next. News out of Heatblur Simulations for the F-4E Phantom 2 has entered its final testing for Microsoft Flight Simulator. For those who may not be aware, there is an F-4E Phantom 2 that is already in use in DCS World. And I'm sure Heatblur Simulations has taken a lot of that information and brought it on over to Microsoft Flight Simulator. According to the developer, current work is focused on polishing remaining elements, including input compatibility across both modern and legacy systems, as well as refining EFB pages and integrations such as Navigraph. The team expects to complete these final tasks during the month of April before moving into the release process, provided no major issues come up during testing. For those who may be unaware of Heatblur, they are an absolutely amazing developer who made their debut in DCS world with the F-14 Tomcat. I can tell you as an avid DCS World user, and that is given where this channel started with. Overkill simulations actually began with DCS World tutorials. So I can absolutely attest to the quality and amazing work that comes out of Heatblur Simulations. Their development team is always on point, paying attention to detail and trying to bring as much realism and functionality to their aircraft as possible. So once again, this is a very, very exciting release for those who want an authentic and incredibly badass aircraft in their Microsoft Flight Simulator hangars. Aeroplane Heaven released the de Havilland DH-98 Mosquito for Microsoft Flight Simulators 2020 and 2024. Aeroplane Heaven's release is an absolutely gorgeous rendition of this World War II aircraft. This thing was fast, it was quick, and believe it or not, it was a bomber. Very lightweight bomber used for quick strikes, flew low level. If you like screaming across the treetops, this is definitely the aircraft for you. This is another one, again, that I use very heavily in DCS World. That is a lot of fun to screw around with. Again, the idea behind it was a very fast aircraft that was hard to intercept if you could even catch it. Go in, race in, scraping across the treetops, pop up, drop your load, and then turn back around and run like hell. It was not a particularly heavily armored aircraft, but it was a very fast, very nimble aircraft. If I remember correctly, this aircraft was built almost entirely of plywood, very lightweight material. Again, the design behind it was to be real quick, a striker, get the hell out of there. The Aeroplane Heaven is offering the Mark IV variant for users for 2020 and 24, complete with a highly detailed Rolls-Royce Merlin engine, accurate flight dynamics, realistic procedures, authentic sound, and a variety of liveries. Additionally, the DIY Mosquito blank livery feature allows users to customize the Mosquito at their wishes. So again, if you guys are interested in checking out this aircraft, you can pick it up for right around $33 US on Orbix Direct. Pimax has reached out with a limited time update for the Crystal Super QLED. Starting on the 16th, Pimax is running a 3-month campaign that drops the official price from $17.99 down to $15.99, which is a $200 savings right off the top. On top of that, you can still use my discount code OVERKILL for an extra 2% off. So if you were already considering a VR upgrade for your Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 experience or any other simulator that you love to use with VR, this is the best time to take an interest in the Crystal Super QLED. The Crystal Super QLED is an absolutely phenomenal headset that is very feature rich, and there are many expansions and other options that will be coming down later down the road. Now, according to Pimax, this is a limited time promotional campaign. So make sure that you guys jump on this sooner than later. So again, the key details are pretty simple. The campaign starts today, being the 16th, and runs for 3 months. The official price is reduced from $17.99 to $15.99, and stacked with my Overkill code for an extra 2% saves you a little bit more. So if you've been waiting for a better entry point into the Crystal Super QLED, this is your window. As you guys know, I am absolutely a Pimax fanboy, but I want to remind everyone how you become a fanboy, and that is by owning a product and loving it so much that you don't want to use anything else. Keep in mind that I purchased and owned every single release of the Pimax that I bought with my own money right up until the Crystal Super. The Crystal Super was the first version that they had sent out to me. So keep that in mind, folks, that yes, I am absolutely a Pimax fanboy, but there's a reason why I stand behind them. They have worked very, very hard to develop their products and really be innovative and thinking about the end user experience with each new rendition of their headset. They have expanded the VR world dramatically and really focused on trying to make it as great as it can be. Yes, you're going to spend some money for their headsets. I will not dispute that, but I promise they are worth it. Just make sure you also have the physical hardware capable of pushing it. To give you guys some idea, I am running the Ryzen 7900X3D with an RTX 4080. I am not running the 4090, so this comes from an 80 experience. Anyways, Let me know what you guys think about Pimax down below, and if you're interested, this is definitely a time to take it seriously. And this week in Hangar Control news, Hangar Control is being updated tomorrow, April the 17th, to support the WingFlex A320 radio management panel. So if you guys like the WingFlex products, this is a great time to get into Hangar Control and be able to customize this device to use as ever as you wish. Not only does it have all of its built-in features supported with radio management, navigational radio management, as well as display customizations, but you can also take the entire device and tweak it and tune it into something that you would like it to be able to do. Essentially taking the RMP and turning it into a button box. Being able to build customization or custom profiles with your own customization tweaks on it. Being able to use it with any aircraft in both Microsoft Flight Simulators, X-Plane, as well as even inside of DCS World if you wish. Speaking of DCS World, the DCS World aircraft library supported in Hangar Control has been updated and fully supports now over 20 aircraft. Many of the issues that were popped up in the previous release have also been resolved, and Hangar Control is once again stepping up with its mission of being the best. If you guys are interested in a 5-day free trial of Hangar Control, make sure you go to overkillsimulations.com, create your account first, and start controlling the experience. As always, folks, I hope you enjoyed this news video and found it useful and at the very least entertaining. Stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.